El Jefe, Mr. Glass Half Full, the revival.
Oh man.
We all came in hot today.
What are we feeling it today, baby? Peace and blessings. It is your boy, Eli Rax, aka Vibes, and welcome to New York Revival, where it's not just sports, it's entertainment. And I'm here with my brothers, man. You guys know who this is, and that's Mr. Glass Half Full of Nets. See if you nasty now.
Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
And I'm here with my brother El Jefe, a.k.a. White Jersey, a.k.a. Blue Jersey, a.k.a. No damn it, Daniel, this week. This was great, right? Maybe for the first half. Damn it, Daniel. And here we go, baby. And please, what you do, man, shout out to the Revivalists. Hit that thumbs up, share, subscribe, because the more thumbs up, the more special guests. You guys saw the lineup when we first started, right? Come on, guys. We need your support here. Don't forget, super chats are open as well. So, guys, we are back to business. But hold up. Let's go around the room. Hold on. Before we go around the room, speak. I think you owe the people at least something right off the bat.
Let's kick it off.
Let's kick this off, baby. Let's go.
We also have Spiro to thank for this win. Keep in mind, our record last year was like 9-2 or something when we did the challenge.
You're welcome.
And then it's like the gods remembered that Spiro put it out there and like, oh yeah, the Giants have to win. Spiro did this thing.
They forgot for a half.
Tell them that. And what's up to the chat? I see you guys. Thank you for joining.
What's up, everybody? What's up, chat? Listen, I did my If the Giants Win challenge because we needed a boost, right? We need a little bit of pick me up. So I said, just like I started off last year, I decided to be an alcoholic again. And I said, if the Giants win, I'll do a shot for every touchdown we score. So I'm a man of my word. I got some tequila in here. Yes, I got some tequila in here, and I'm going to do my first shot.
What kind of cheers?
Let's go.
Cheers. Let's go, Giants. We got the first W. And let's down the hatchet. Okay, let's go.
And thank you to Spiro. If you have a drink at home, and you should,
let's go.
Join Spiro. And thank you for your service. Thank you for your service.
Speed, we want to thank you, man, for being the forefront of If the Giants Win challenge. Ain't that right, Hef? Like, it's amazing, baby. We back.
Listen, in so many ways, he carries the torch of this program, and you know he's doing it for the Giants too. It's not just for Revival.
I do it for the W's. I want to get W's, and I do my part to get that shit done. So we're going to talk about the end of the show about what our If the Giants Win challenge is for this monumental Thursday. It's got to be big, boys, because it's kind of a big win.
That just made me laugh when you took a whiff of it. What kind of tequila are we talking about?
Yeah.
So it's a new one. It's called Don Abraham. Very good tequila. If you want to check it out.
Eli, is that rich white guy stuff? Or?
I'm usually no.
That is rich white guy stuff right there.
It's actually cheaper than Casamigos.
That is rich white guy stuff right there.
Hey, listen.
We have a rich warning. Rich white guy warning.
Listen, I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to get that money, bro. I'm trying to get that money. I'm trying to get that Don Abraham money. So send it my way. And,
rich white guy stuff. Warning, rich white guy stuff.
I love it. I love.
I'm a big.
He is rich, guys. Don't get it twisted. He's rich, man. He's rich. Don't get it twisted.
As I podcast from my guest room.
Guest room.
It's my guest room office /
He's like, as I podcast from the guest room of my pool house.
I realize I can't.
Like I'm rich.
Like,
all right, so guys, before we go off the rails, like we had a bar, we're just talking amongst each other. We forgot we got a show here, right? Let's get right into it, man. But before
so I have to shout out Ash because he always gives me shit. He always hates me.
Shout out.
So I hate you, Ash. I love you, but I hate you.
Yo, it's already kicking in. Tequila's already kicking in. Man, how was your weekend, man? What's going on, brother?
Spiro's gonna be in such good shape at the end of this. Look at him; he's already feeling the effects. His stomach's on fire right now.
I'm hot already. I'm hot.
Yes, true.
I can't wait to see him at the end of this. By the way, a little teaser at the end of this show before we give our own if the Giants win, and it should be a big one because this game is not winnable. Like. It's just not right.
Tough.
So you could put anything on the line, and we encourage the chat throw out some some things you would like to see the
stuff.
revival do, maybe, and we might change our minds before the end. But I put out a tweet today. I didn't expect much of it, but it got like 100 comments about what people would do.
Yes.
I want to go over some of my favorite ones before we give ours because it's some very funny shit in there.
Can't wait.
Get them off your man. Let's jump right into it. I think we're going around the room enough because it's only a little bit of time, right? Let's get right into it, man. The controversy of the week, guys, is that the first half, the Giants wasn't looking so good. Then they came out in the second half and scored 31 points, which is something they haven't done in a very long time. But, guys, here's the controversy. Is this Mike Kafka or this is Brian Daboll calling plays, man? And I'm going to start with El Jefe on this one, man. What are your thoughts? Because shout out to Talking Giants and Justin Pennant.
Yeah.
Kind of put a compelling case out there, right? Shout out Justin.
Some good work.
It's pretty cool. Justin actually, he got a shout out on the fan, too, because that
Nice.
tweet went nuts. And even if he didn't do all that detective work, he helped kind of prove what we thought was true. It was Dave's. Like he never walks around with a call sheet, like waiting on plays, like doing this, covering the mic. He was calling plays. Like, well, think about it. At halftime, it was already loud as hell after the Cowboys lost. You just laid a fucking egg in the first half in Arizona, who should be the worst team in the league.
Dude.
So he's like, my job is on the fucking line. Like that. I feel like that's how he looked at it. He's like, I'm taking the reins. And all he did was come out and throw a 70-yard bomb on the first play and get momentum back immediately and score 31 points. So we could talk about what we should do with that moving forward, but I think we should just set it off. We should just set it off.
Set it off,
Mark Bailey. We should just set it off, bro.
My brother Mark. Yo, shout out to Mark, man. He was great there at Giants training camp, man. He saved the seats, number one. So
He's a
shout
legend.
out
He's a legend.
Him and Scoobs, man. They saved
Scoobs
us
is in
some
the house
seats.
too.
Shout out Scoobs too.
Yeah.
If you in here, that's what's up. But even Scoobs and Mark saved us a seat, man. We had a great time with them, man. Spoke to him for a while about camp. So, Mark, I do appreciate you, man. Appreciate the support. You get a double, baby. Double.
The best.
Double, baby.
The best.
Double.
Thank you, Mark.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you,
Shout
bro.
out, Mark. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, Smee. What you got?
No, I mean, listen, Hefe said it a little bit, but like,
is there any way it wasn't Dave's?
I can't see. Listen, I think the whole process is a combination of the two of them. I think that it's a joint venture, but I think when shit is going south and shit is getting a little hairy, Dave's like, all right, I'm gonna put my big influence on it, because there's other video clips of him not even having a play sheet. Period. He had the play sheet, I think, even before halftime in this game. So I don't know what it was. He put his mark on it, that's for sure. And he said, we're going to open this motherfucker up. We're going to use the new toys. We're going to use the Hyatts. We're going to use the Wallers. We're going to use, we're going to open this shit up for better or worse. And listen, I don't know if I think they're going to go back to Kafka doing his thing again. But I think listen, what's the saying? Like, if you want something done, you got to do it yourself sometimes. And Dave's like, all right, listen, that's it. It's it. Like,
he's the head coach, man.
Yeah,
he's the head coach.
Yeah,
we are not going 0-2. The season was on the fucking line, and he put his money where his mouth was, and he did it. So I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
And let me say this too. I think this is how I knew it was Coach Dave's, right? Because when you look at Kafka and his scheme, even last season, right, they were a little conservative. It was these short slants, these quick slants,
little shy,
little shy, right? Just so like these conservative, safe plays. How I know it was Dave's? You take the bomb down the field with your new toy.
First play.
You throw freaking touchdowns to Isaiah Hodgins in the end zone. That's like a 15-yarder there. Like, he's taking shots. And Daniel Jones, congrats to him, he's threading it through some of these windows here. That's how I know, okay, this is a different type of play calling. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you got to do that as the head coach. And don't forget, this is second year of Mike Kafka. So he's still kind of wet behind the ears. Let's not get it twisted here, people. So sometimes you got to take the reins as a head coach. And this is all Coach Daboll, in my opinion, in that second half. Like you said, his job's on the line at the end of the day. He can get rid of a coordinator and a defensive coordinator any day, right? But this is his bread and butter. He loves football. He took over that play calling. And the discussion for me, man, it was just way too much different. That's a halftime adjustment and a half right there. It was just way too different.
Dude,
that's Coach Daboll,
I wonder if he was ready to take
opinion.
I wonder if he was trying to take the reins from freaking Wink too at some point, because Wink's defense wasn't doing shit either. There's a clip of him yelling at Wink. He's like, God damn it, Wink.
Yeah,
like,
he gave a damn it, Wink.
Pissed, bro. Like, he was, listen.
Damn it, Wink.
The season is on a line in the second game of the season. Like, it's set the alarms kind of deal. So that's what they did. And you hope that this this switch went on, and everybody can carry it on from here. And he's done his job, and he's light the fire, and everybody takes it from here and goes and runs with it. Right? That's the hope. And you go into the San Francisco game just on fire and ready to go. But he certainly let a spark under somebody's ass. Maybe multiple people's ass with that halftime adjustment speech, whatever the hell he did. It was beautiful.
It was wild, and it was beautiful. Like, you could feel the difference. 4 straight touchdown drives and then a field goal to win it. But even the pass, all of a sudden they had pass protection. How? What? Huh?
Yeah.
Like, what play? Guys, on this play, we're going to protect Daniel Jones. We try that.
To that note, I think they were worried about how Azuda was going to protect his blind side at first. That's, I think, a little bit of the cause of the, like, let's do short things, let's not open it up. Once they saw that he could block, I think it was like game on after that. So it was nice to see. But keep going, Jeff. Sorry, cutting you off, man.
I'm good. What I wanted to do, really, our guy Bill. Let's get Bill in here.
Yes, Bill. Yes, Bill. Yes, Bill.
Appreciate you, brother Bill. I gotta pull this closer, man. I'm like out of frame all the time. Let's go. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
It did look. It's just completely right. The second half of that game looked like the work of a man that would go for 2 in the season opener last year, and it really did. Like, it was like balls to the wall. Like, let's let it rip. Daniel Jones. Like, let's get Hyatt deep. It was just. That was what we all envisioned the offense was going to look like, right? Like, that's what we thought it was going to look like, and that's why it turned out to be so awesome for us Giants fans. Because, like, all right, now we're cooking with gas here. You can feel the momentum going. The defense is finally starting to get stops. It was all we looked like a team. The first 6 quarters, we did not look like an NFL football team. Like, it was the worst football I've ever watched as a Giants fan. Yeah, it was borderline. It was nauseating.
I was such a miserable prick at home watching this. I was supposed to go to the Asbury Music Festival on Sunday too, because I was there all day Saturday, and I decided to bail because I just need to see my Giants. I can't be streaming from the middle, And I saw the bands I wanted to see.
Speaking of which, I got a story for you guys there.
But I had to stay home, and then at halftime, my wife is looking at me like, "Oh God, he's gonna be so miserable." Like, I was like, "There's no way this is happening. There's no fucking way this is happening." Like we're looking at a top 5 pick. The way this team is playing, that's where my mind started to go. And I'm like, it's mid-September. Like, this is not the way this was supposed to go. I just couldn't. And then I have no idea what happened, man. No idea what happened at halftime. Just flipped the switch, and it was such a fun team to watch. We got one more here.
Hey, B-Ride, let's go. Hey, I'll do a shot to B-Ride.
Shot number two.
Hey, by the way, guys,
cheers, everybody.
Whoever has the largest super chat, Spiro would take 3 shots in a row. Just to let you know.
Right.
You gotta be 10 or better.
I think you got to raise it. You got to raise it because somebody already did 10. You got to raise it.
So we got to do 20. 25?
20, 24.
I don't even know if I have enough tequila for that right now.
Oh, now he's out of tequila. Just got this brand new bottle. Okay, Abraham. You're going to throw whiskey on top
I'm
of
a slut for money. I don't care. I'll do whatever.
I'm flipping that. That'll be clipped.
I will do anything that's in my.
Let's go. So listen, can we do?
You know what?
Thank you,
We'll do how much you got in there left, Speed? That somebody like you got to drink the whole thing. Then I don't know, Speed. What you think?
Shit, dude. Oh shit.
He came up.
Let's go.
He came up 1 penny short.
Let's go. Speed, that's close, bro.
You trying to get me drunk, Mason? Are you?
Yes, we are, Speed. Yeah. So can we see this or what? What are we doing here? Can we see this?
Guys.
Oh, I'll let you lead up to it. I'll let you lead up. Now listen. I'll let you lead up to this. This is a good one. It's
wait,
we got more.
Well, look,
holy shit!
I've been on one of these bad mushroom trips, Mason, and it's not fun. And you're right. Like, it's like you couldn't get out of it. You couldn't get out of it. You couldn't figure it out. It was like I've never watched again. Like I didn't want to stop watching so badly, but I wanted to I was like, this can't go on forever, right? Like, we can't be shut out for 2 straight games, right? Like, I was it's only a matter of time.
Like, not to the Cardinals. The Cowboys are currently The Cowboys are currently number 1, and which makes me just disgusted. Right? They're ranked number 1 in the NFL in power rankings right now. So if you get blown out by them, sucks. Always sucks to lose to the Cowboys in any way. But at least it's the number 1 ranked team in the NFL. This is the Cardinals. They're at the other end.
Right.
And you were getting
that was what made it worse.
You were getting absolutely smoked. Dobbs looked just outstanding. I mean, what a phenomenal quarterback. But like
someone said Patrick Brady.
Real quick.
Was not his.
What I do not buy is this shit that like the Cardinals who are actively tanking. No, they're not. This is a first-year head coach, a quarterback who's fighting for his life to try and have a career in the NFL. He's been a journeyman. And you see the way James Conner was running. That dude was running through a brick fucking wall.
Look at Barry Sanders.
They were not tanking. Like it's
Eric
week
Dickerson.
2. Dudes were not tanking. The front office might have other plans. I know Dobbs was only brought there.
Hey, shout out to our good friends, the Giant Insider, man.
Chris,
shout out to the Biz and Jerry, man. We appreciate y'all.
The best,
man. We gotta get both of y'all on the show this time. Like we gotta figure this out. But we'll talk. Man.
I just want to party with them. I just want to
I know.
I do, man. These guys are awesome.
We got to put a tailgate together. I think that's what's going to happen. Hopefully, the Giants can win a couple more games so we can watch. Or we can go to a game, maybe the Jets game, and have ourselves a ball. I don't know. We'll talk it out though.
Hold on. This is now official. Someone dropped the 50, and Eli will stop ringing the bell. But
take that, TK.
Yo, I love TK, man. By the way, that's my guy, man. That's my guy, TK. Shout out to you, TK. Yo, you gotta go.
So I want to hear. I want to ask you guys.
That was pretty funny.
I'm gonna flip this. I want to flip this real quick, and then we have a special guest for you guys. I want to ask you guys a real quick question. Do you have any problem with what Dable did in taking the reins away from Mike Kafka? And do you want him to continue taking the reins away next game? Does it matter to you? Do you want it to give back to Kafka? Does it matter to you? Or it isn't indifferent?
If you don't mind, I'll answer that half first. If you don't mind, brother.
Go for it, brother.
If that is the case of him taking the reins, I don't mind. Again, you're down 0, right? I think it's 20-0 or 21-0. I think about a half. So
it was down bad.
You're down 20 points, 20 plus points, right? At that point, you got to be a head coach. You just can't be like, all right, I trust these guys. Like, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself, right? So I don't mind him doing that at all. But for him to continue to take the reins, I just think if that is the case, Kafka had that talk and say, yo, this is the way you coach your game. This is the way you have to do it. Sometimes it takes the teacher to teach the pupil a little bit to be like, yo, this is how you do it, man. Like, I'm giving you enough reins. Let me reel this rope back in. This is how you do it. Now follow suit. And if I have to do it again and take that responsibility away to get it right, I'll do it. But go get it right. So Kafka could call it. Do your thing, man. But at that moment, Daboll had to step in. Something that most head coaches probably never done, on the Giants, whatever the case is. So I like that. I definitely love it, man. But for him to continue it, I don't think we need to unless we have to.
Okay. I'll take the other side and say, number one, it restored faith in him. Like, I'm a big Daboll guy. Like, really, like, the reason I was so high on the Giants coming into this year was so largely because of him and who I think he is as a coach and who he'll become. So the fact that he grabbed the reins, took control of that game, and immediately produced and saw differences. Like, dude, your job is to win games. Like, Andy Reid didn't hand it over. If Andy Reid thinks he gives this offense the best fucking shot to call then you call it, dude. Whatever is going to win games. Fair. And I'm sorry Kafka is going to get interviews and this might hurt his longevity to be a head coach. Sorry, this is your gig, dude. You are the head coach. So take control and put this team in the best position to win. So I'm all about Daboll taking control and driving this ship.
Fair. That's fair, man. Respect it. Hey, now, what do you say? Hold on.
Now, not everything is glass half full, right, Speed? Not everything is glass half full.
You're right. And I think we might have to play. Listen, we're a podcast that plays both sides, right? We don't shut anybody out. We want to hear from the good and the bad, right? So we have maybe my alter ego. I think it's time to bring him in here. I think it's time to bring the man, the myth, the legend.
Charlie, how we doing, sir? Charlie from Maine, a.k.a. Chuckles, a.k.a. the king of Big Blue Kickoff Live, is in the building. Charlie!
Hey, look, move over prime time for dime time. All right? This is dime time.
Let's go.
In my backyard down in North Carolina, I have a grill and I have a still. You know how we came back in that game? I put a little of that juice of that hard apple cider that I make into the Gatorade. That's how we won that game. and everybody's eyes was bugging out like mine always do. And I'm always like over there and over here. That's who I am, man. Prime dime. That's who I am.
Oh, shit, Charlie. You nailed it.
Wow.
Nailed it, brother. How we doing, my man? We missed you. How's it going?
What's going on, brother?
Hey, guys. Look.
Tell us how you feel, Charlie.
Hang on. One second, Charlie. Before you go. Is that audio messed up for you guys?
Yeah, it's a little fuzzy.
But I hear him. Yeah, it's a little choppy.
Okay?
It's a little choppy, but we got him.
Let me turn it up. Let me turn it up a little bit. Is that better?
Yeah, it's more choppy now. Thank you.
I'll turn it down. Down. How's that?
That's good.
Charlie, how are you feeling about this game, man? Are you excited that we came back, or is the Giants still doom and gloom for you, man? Let's get your thoughts.
God, look, let me just say this. Fossil took the play calling away from Peyton in 2000. So this wasn't the first time this has happened.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
To let you know. Look, this is like we played probably the worst team in the NFL. They'll be lucky if they win 2 games, right? And
even though they could be 2-0 at the same time.
We beat them by a field goal in the last second. We didn't score a point in the first half. Look, this was like somebody deciding to burn down their house, set their house on fire, and they watched it for a while. And then they decided, let's put it out. I think we should put it out now. And everybody's praising them because they started their own fire and they decided to put it out. Is that what we're doing here? This is like,
go off, Charlie.
Honest to God, this is the greatest comeback in Giant history. You started the fucking fire to begin with, you morons, and you decided to put it out. This is the greatest comeback. And the biggest, we were destroyed 40-0. Do not forget that. Against Dallas, our first home game, and this whole team was like, we're better. We're better on defense. We can stop the run now. We've got Waller. We've got Paris Hilton. We've got all these weapons, and we're just going to come. And Daniel Jones is even better this year because he's there for his second season, and we're going to come out in our house. The stadium's lit, and we're going to play them tough because we've caught up to Dallas. What the fuck happened? We were blown out 40-0. And then we go into a game in Arizona where the team is the worst team in the NFL. And we won it, barely won it. And then we're going to San Francisco where we're going to get our asses kicked again, probably 38-0. So,
baby.
Come on, man. I don't want to hear it about Gomer Jones. Gomer Jones plays well against bad teams. He doesn't play well against good teams. He doesn't. Okay. He hasn't. He never will. And that's who he is, and that's okay. If you guys want to inhale the helium again, go right ahead. But the helium's coming out Thursday night.
Spiro, as Mr. Glass Half Full, would you care to go against him?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I love to hear Charlie Cooks. That's why I go on these spaces sometimes.
We love Charlie.
He's the most consistent man on the internet. I love that man. Yeah, I will say, I agree with the sense that we kind of lit our house on fire and we saved it. But if we didn't save that shit was burnt to the ground. The season's over, and we're talking about it would have been Charlie's dream of drafting another quarterback in the top 5 next year. I'm sorry to say, Charlie, that's not going to happen. Gomer Jones, as you call him, Gomer, came back and he had himself a big half, didn't he? He saved the day, and now you're right. He's got to show this now without Saquon. Now it's time for Danny to dime and show that he could do it on his own. And can he do it? I don't know. We're going to find out. I'm partly a little excited to see what he can do against his top competition, Miami, Seattle. 49ers. I know you're thinking they're gonna get smoked. God. I know
Danny's going to have an awakening. He's going to have an awakening. He was playing in shells against Arizona. He had no pass rush against him. And all of a sudden, he's going up to probably the best pass rush in the NFL, along with Dallas. And he's going to be standing back there thinking he's going to be doing the same thing. And he's going to be in for a big surprise. He'll be sacked 5 or 6 times. He'll probably fumble at least once. and he'll throw 1 or 2 interceptions because this offensive line is not going to hold up against Bosa and family. They ain't going to do it. They're not. And it doesn't matter if AT plays or not. He's going to be not 100%. I hope he doesn't play. They shouldn't play him. And Barkley is the guy who they all focus on. You know, that touchdown to Hodgkins, there were 3 guys on Barkley on the right side of the stupid. No one's going to focus on anybody. They're going to focus on Daniel. That's it. Yeah. They got nobody to focus on now. Daniel's going to have a big awakening Thursday night.
All right, so Charlie, before we let you go, we need a final score out of you. What do you got for Thursday night? What I want to hear? Tell the people what we're.
And if you're right, you come back on this show literally anytime you want.
Yes, you got the keys, bro.
As long as your audio is better, yeah.
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be 38. I don't know if they'll score. I'll say 38-6.
Wow. Touchdown.
Wow.
All right. So straight from Charlie's mouth.
Right.
Listen, Mr. Glass Half Empty. Who was your alter ego for Dimes again? It was Dimes.
Dime Prime.
Dime Prime. You're right.
Instead of prime time, it's dime.
Charlie? Where did Gomer Jones come from?
Have you ever watched Andy Griffith's show?
No, I'm not 96 years old.
Well, you should, because it's a classic show. All right. It's back in North Carolina, a sheriff called Andy Griffith, and he had a deputy called Barney Fife, who was really funny. But they also had this guy on there, Gomer Pie. His name was Gomer Pie, and it was like Shazam, you know, when he was dumb as nails. All right, and the look on his face looks exactly like just like Daniel Jones.
Can you maybe tweet us or DM us a picture of this Gomer?
Yeah, we're gonna run with that.
I
did it in the chat a while ago, but I'll do it again.
Charlie,
wait. Before Charlie leaves, shout out to Seize the Moment. If the Giants win challenge, you can't call into Big Blue Kickoff Live for a week if the Giants win. Do you accept that challenge?
Giants win. Don't worry. If the Giants win, I just won the lottery. All right, I just want.
Hold on, Charlie. Can I double down, Charlie? If the Giants pull off this miracle and beat the 49ers on a short week without Saquon on the road, you have to buy a Daniel Jones jersey, and
I'll burn it. And I'll burn it in the backyard. Okay,
as long as we get a picture with it on you for one.
It could be a T-shirt. Yeah.
Hey, look.
One picture.
Remember, we're behind the 8 ball. The whole team is behind the 8 ball. We're not getting out of the 8 ball. We're not going to win any games. We're not going to win the Super Bowl until number 8 is gone. Period. Hey, and I hope we see TNT one of these games because I want to see what he can do with this offense.
TNT.
You want to see Tyrod Taylor? You're calling for Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, damn straight.
Is that because DeVito's not on the team anymore?
No. I would love DeVito, but he's not.
Of course he would.
He's not an option.
TNT's the second quarterback, so Charlie, I'll take that.
We love you, man.
Okay, guys.
Stay being you. You're the best, and I can't wait to hear from you tomorrow. Love you, man.
Love you, Charlie.
Appreciate
you, brother.
Take care.
Oh, that's Charlie. Listen,
absolute legend. I mean.
He is
for the couple people that might not be on Giants Twitter, he is a legend, and he is consistently just full of hate for the Giants.
Brought up a good point. We should have him. We should send him a no DJ slander shirt.
Charlie, he has to buy it. Charlie has to buy it.
He just went off too.
That's the only thing that'll work. He has to buy it.
He has to buy
it. We can't just send it to him. We got to buy it. All right.
No.
Because he doesn't believe. But guys, hold on 1 second. Shout out to Charlie, man. Chuckles for Mains, man. Great guy. Great freaking guy.
We need to see Charlie like just with one of these pictures.
But you have to have with the headphones on and everything. Just
yeah. This is gotta be
fire.
Charlie.
That was fire.
Hey, listen, but the no DJ Slender shirts are back. They're back in vogue this week, right? Because DJ brought us back from the ashes, like Phoenix rising from the ashes in Arizona, and they actually came back and they saved their season, which was on life support.
But let me say this, guys: a tale of two halves, right? First, I want to take a look at Jalen Hyatt because again, he's the one that won over to Daniel Jones. It was like, hey. I'm gonna be open. Throw me that ball. You know, in lack of a better word, of course, he said a little bit better. But Daniel Jones went out there and fed him the rock, man. I just wanted people to show that clip, man, to see what we're talking about there. That deep bomb right out of the second half there.
Yeah, give me a sec because it deleted it on me for some reason.
All right, so we're gonna move up. So listen,
guys, this is showbiz.
This is showbiz.
I mean,
showbiz,
this is what happens.
Listen, Hyatt came out, and we're gonna show his 2 catches, which were now you have people begging for this guy to get more snaps. He's that much of a spark plug to this offense, and when you have a guy, he took on number 13. He knew what he was taking on when he took that number 13. He knew the pressure. He says, "Get me the ball. I'm going to turn this game around." This guy is full of confidence. He could track a deep ball like you haven't seen a guy track a deep ball like Deshaun Jackson. Like I guarantee you. And then this is no slight on the other guys, but Darius Slayton doesn't come down with 2 of those catches. With those 2 plays, he doesn't track the ball as good as Hyatt. He doesn't catch the ball as good as Hyatt. Hyatt on that second catch, hands catch 30 yards down the field. He went up and got it. That other play, he tracked the ball. He had to gear it down a notch. He was going a little too fast. DJ threw it a little too underthrew it by a millimeter, not even a millimeter. But he geared it down and it landed perfectly in his arms. That is a skill that I don't even know if it can be taught. Like, that's innate, man. So, like, Hyatt brings that to this offense. It was so desperately needed. And everything opened up after that. Literally everything. Yeah. The middle of the field opened up. The run game opened up. The whole offense just went to another level because of Jalen Hyatt taking the safeties and cornerbacks and taking them deep. And now they have to respect that. They could not play in the box. Everything opened up after that. That's the dream. That's why we drafted this guy.
You're absolutely right. Let me see if this worked. I apologize for the delays. We got to fire our producer, Stat. Let me see if this worked.
Electric. That kid is going to be ready. Like, it may not take this year as far as the big numbers people are looking for, like an Odell Beckham. Like, there's only one Odell Beckham, right, guys? So let's not tie him into that too much. He is a 3rd rounder, but not to like discredit that. But the kid is going to be good in this league. The way that he runs the route running, which was his lack or the knock of that he couldn't run routes. The kid can run routes. The kid is fast, and there's going to be plenty more plays where we're going to see Hyatt take the roof off this defense, man. Like, I was just excited to see him actually flourish in his offense, and that, you know, Daniel Jones trusted him and took his word and was like, "Yo, all right, I'm gonna give you the rock." And the kid produced, man. Like, I'm happy to see this kid's future. Honestly, he's going to be great for us, man. Hands down. I loved it. And
that was easy speed, too. That was easy speed. Like, he looked like he was not even geared. Like, it wasn't in full top speed. And I think he hit
he had to slow down, right, Speed?
Yeah, I think he hit like 24 miles per hour. Like, and he looked like he was jogging. He was gliding.
That's what I mean. We said that in camp. His speed is effortless. Like, I would love to see him. Like, if that ball was another couple feet out and he doesn't have to adjust to it, that's easy touchdown, dude. And, like, he didn't have a chance to get back to full speed after he caught that. The dude was tailing him and was able to catch up. Cheers, buddy. Hey, is this number 3?
This is number 3. And I'm gonna say, this is for Sterling Shepard, number 3. Shout out to you. I think we're due for a Sterling Shepard touchdown. I think we're due for a Sterling Shepard touchdown on Thursday.
He's twisted already.
Down now.
He's twisted already.
I think we're due for a Sterling Shepard catch.
No, he had one. He had one. Yeah, I think he had one.
Did he have one?
He had one. Dude, this is
by the way, you know what Speed now, guys, if you don't know Spiro, like when we go out to drink and stuff at our local bar that we love to frequent, when he starts to get a little twisted, he just starts shouting out random people for no reason. He's like, number 5, I don't know, Kayvon Thibodeau, shout out number 5. I'm like, dude, he's not here. So that's how you know. I'm like, oh, he's twisted. He's out of here. So next time you guys see Speed, just know it gets that way.
3, Sterling Shepard touchdown. Don't say I didn't tell you so. When you guys miss out on the bet, put in your DraftKings bet, put in your FanDuel bet, Sterling Shepard.
On Thursday, you're saying?
Thursday.
The odds have to be delicious for that.
Through the roof. I don't even know what it is. It might not even be. You might not even be on the.
I'm gonna say it's like plus 650 for any time.
Oh, at least it might be a 750. It might be 750. But listen, I'm just here to make you guys money. And
Monty,
take the
Monty
take the
doesn't
Giants.
think you like that tequila so much.
Oh,
like,
no,
is
I love
Abraham?
it. I love it, bro.
Oh, you do. You do like
Hey,
throwing up in your mouth.
Take
I'm
another
Abraham,
shot to see. Take another shot to see how
No,
smooth it goes.
I gotta
now.
conserve. All right, I got.
So guys, hold on. Let me stick to the
hold on.
offense here. Oh,
One more bet.
me.
One more bet
Go
for you
ahead.
guys. Get Giants at plus 10.5. Do it now. Do it now.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna cover. We're gonna cover. I'm telling you, everybody and their mother thinks that we're not gonna cover. That's when we cover. Plus 10.5. Take it before it gets under 10.5. Do it now. That's all. Go on, E. I'm trying to make people money here. I'm trying to make people money.
I feel you. I respect it. Let me say this, man. So we got Daniel Jones, the tail of the second half, man. This guy went from what name that you called him, Harold Hefe? He went from what to what?
He went from Clark Kent to Superman.
Yeah, he definitely had the S on his chest, man. Let's take a look at some video here, some highlights of that second half, man, of Daniel Jones doing his thug special.
Well, I want to show you the same thing twice, okay? This is crazy good programming right here. First, I want you to see I just want you to see the raw fucking emotion out of Daniel Jones after this. And then we're going to watch it in slow mo.
He said, let's go.
And that was called back, but just to have that raw emotion, you guys are absolutely right, man. Daniel Jones played an incredible game, but at least the second half. But you got another video you said before we move on?
Well, yeah, and I know you said before that, there doesn't have to be a Damn It Daniel this week. And I think I'm going to do one Thursday because he watches them, obviously. And he's going to be it's kind of like a pep talk. Like, I feel like I'm getting him ready for the game. And if he delivers, then obviously he paid attention and he took notes. Right. And if he didn't, then he obviously was too busy, right? Like looking at the playbook or whatever. But I want you to look real quick at not only his like raw emotion, but like the way his teammates reacted. This is a game tying touchdown with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter or whatever, 3 minutes left. Like, this is raw, and like watch his teammates.
Like, you can see, you can just hear that.
I was so pumped up. I didn't realize there was a flag there. I was running around the house at that time, and I came back. I was devastated. But the balls on this guy to come right back and still score and just act like a killer, man. That's like, I know it's Arizona, and I said this, but listen, I don't care if they were playing like a JV football team. It took balls to do what they did against a professional football team and come back with all the adversity. Your left tackle's missing, your season's on the line, and to come back and put that performance on, the flag on that last play, and just come right back and score again. I don't care who they played. It means something, man. It means something. The pressure is on you, and Daniel Jones didn't let the pressure get to him. He balled out. He shined the brightest when the game was on the line, and that earns kudos for me. Now go out and do it against San Francisco, and I think you'll silence a lot of doubters. Even if you don't have to go out and win, just go out and ball out. Do your best. We didn't fault Eli when we lost to the Packers in that playoff game because we saw Eli did the best that he could do. Like, and as long as you do the best you could do, and the rest is out of your hands, that's fine. But show us something, DJ. Show us something against a tough team, and you'll earn a lot of fans.
I feel like we're at a TED Talk right now. That was inspiring.
And let me add to that too.
That's Tequila talking.
Yeah, right. It's consistency.
Yes.
Like, the people, I think Giants fans just wants to see that consistency. We don't want second half DJ on the first half and then he's not. We want the second half DJ all day, every day. Consistency. It just calms down and quiets all the chatter. But the fact that he has these inconsistent moments where he goes back to like his second and third year where he's just staring receivers down, weak pocket awareness.
Yeah.
This is when the talks are going to continue to just increase. Daniel Jones has to find that consistency. If we see that this freaking Thursday against 49ers, right now, that conversation of DJ's not big. I'm telling you right now, just shut up the haters just for a little bit. Quiet them down even more. And we got to see that consistency from Daniel Jones from here on in. That's it, period. That's all I want from you, DJ. Consistency is the word of the day. Like Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse, consistency.
Amen.
Everybody go crazy.
I saw a light go on for him in the second half. He had like this rush of adrenaline. He was fired up. You could tell he was just quicker making decisions. He needs to find a way to get to that mental place in the first half at the beginning of the game. Like, I don't know how. It's hard to replicate coming back and all that emotion, everything like that. But he was clearly a different player in the second half. And it wasn't just the play calling, which obviously helped. He was sharper. He was like into it. He was fired up. And thank you, Steez, for looking this up. If Spiro is right about this, because you know not to listen to me, I've lost people thousands of dollars. Thousands. But not Spiro. Okay? Plus 1,700.
Even put a couple shekels on it.
Shekels, you know?
And then you'll be good. You'll be good.
And he like, what's a couple dollars for Spiro? You know? Like
that's nothing. He always says
it's not. He throws it in the pond. He doesn't care.
Rich guy stuff. It's all rich guy stuff.
I'll throw $100 on it.
Hey, listen, I'm trying to get everybody.
The
tide raises all boats. That's another cliche for you out there, Sarge. And if I want to make money,
rich white guy stuff.
Let's go. Let's make money together.
All right, Spiro, save that last shot. What else we got, Eli? What else we got?
So I'll tell you this, man. Thibodeau and the defense, guys. The defense didn't really come out and play great defense. I would say that against the Cowboys as well, but the defense is up in question where even Dayball was like, "Yo, wait, get your shit together, man. Like this, like we need some stops here. We need to get this together." But guys, let's break down the defense. But I also want to break down a press conference that Thibodeau also had, because Thibodeau was like, "Hey, man, I can't." In lack of a better word, trust the fans too much, because, hey, they love you 1 minute and cheer for you the next. That's what fans do, Thibodeau. But let's get your thoughts on it, man. And I'm going to start with Mr. Glass, half full. What you got, man, of this defense, and also the comments that you heard Thibodeau say today as well?
Dude, the defense, and honestly, it's a major concern. Almost as big of a concern, if not more, than the offensive line, because I expected so much. Not just the defense as a whole. I knew the secondary was going to struggle. But that front seven, man, we have first-round picks galore on that front seven. A second-round pick in Aziz, who should have been a first-round pick. There is big-time talent right there. You bring in the Bobby Okereke, who's supposed to be our prized offseason acquisition to stop the run, to be that Antonio Pierce. And they've been getting worked. And I'll give them the Dallas game, because the Dallas game is weird. But Arizona, I was expecting a big time shutdown performance out of that defense. And I don't know if maybe there's more guys that are back in the mix and they need to gel a little bit more, or whatever the fuck is going on. But it sucked, man. It was barely watchable. That's not a Giants defense. That's not the Giants front seven that I expected. So my finger is close to that panic alarm. And they better pick it up, because San Francisco is going to run the ball down their throats every damn play. And if it's as successful as James Conner and that freaking Arizona offensive line, it's going to be a long, long night on Thursday night.
They're just going to put together 12-minute drives.
They might chew up the whole first quarter without us touching the ball. Like they're just going to, CMC is going to just grind it out. Elijah Mitchell, grind it out. This defense has to step up and we went into this offseason to stop the run. That was our number one goal. And James Conner just shredded us. Go in there, tackle, because you couldn't tackle for shit, and figure out how to stop the run. That's number one, and that's what I want to see. The defense better pick it up. Kayvon Thibodeau, I'll let Jeff take that, because I took a lot of time on this defense. Jeff, talk about Kayvon.
You sure did.
I was disappointed.
Thanks for handing off the baton finally.
Yeah, it's all yours.
But in general, the defense is the opposite of what we thought. We were worried about our rookie corners, and we thought our defensive line was the strength, and it's pretty much the opposite. Our rookies are doing fine. Secondary, they're fine. Like, we're just getting beat up. We're not pushing the offensive line back at all. We're getting no natural pressure. Sal took the words out of my mouth. You got to let Kayvon rush the passer. They're dropping him back, and they're trying to get cute. Just unleash him and let him go. Just send him. I don't know. I'm not worried about him as a player or a person or as a draft pick. I think he just needs to go more. And I think if you look at like the actual numbers, there weren't a ton of pass dropbacks where he had an opportunity, or like they purposely went away from him, like shit like that. Like, obviously it hurts stats, but dominant pass rushers, their names are mentioned constantly, right? And we're just not hearing his name at all. So, like, I understand being frustrated with him. I'm not worried long-term about the player, but I think he's got to start making some noise. It's not going to be easy to start on Thursday night. But the one thing I'm happy about, and I'll wrap it up here, is that maybe this lights an extra fire under him, because I didn't love all of his body language, to be honest with you.
No, his eyes were off.
I saw a couple run plays where he was like fake giving effort, like just not fighting to get off a block at all, and just watching the guy and be like, guy got away. And I'm like, what the fuck was that, dude? I should have pulled some clips. I did not like his body language on some of those run plays, because like, you asked Strahan, who was one of the best to ever do it. He said his pride was stopping the run and setting the edge. Like it starts there and let rushing the passer come second. So I know that they're already talking, but Strahan needs to get in the ear a little bit more, maybe.
Yeah, E, what did you think about the press conference, man? Like, what did he say? You heard it.
He was right.
I mean, listen, again, I gave my little 2 cents, right? Like, he was like, hey, man, the fans, they boo us 1 minute, and then, they want us to sign a jersey the next one we're winning, and I have to block them out, basically, blocking the fans out for all the noise and listen to the people in the locker room. Basically, kind of, to me, is just saying, like, forget you fans in a way, to me, is how I took it. It's like, I'm not going to listen to y'all.
That road.
No, listen, man. No, again, Thibodeau, okay, this is a passionate fan base, all right? Yeah. Let me make this clear, and then we'll move on to the last topic here. This is New York City, man. The fans are going to cheer you on when you're doing great, but when you terrible, they're going to make sure you hear it as well. This comes with the territory, man. Sign those jerseys and play as hard as you can, bro. That's it. It's just simple. Go win us some games. And Thibodeau, let's be honest, man. You're dropping back in coverage. You're doing whatever Wink has you doing is not to your strengths. But we need you to go out there and be that dog like last season. Because, again, they were your best friends when you were winning and you were doing your thing, right? We just need you to continue, man. It's simple math. It's simple, bro. That's it. Don't overthink it. We're not saying we hate y'all. We just want y'all to win, period. It's New York City. Toughen up, man. Move on.
Let's just say this, though. We're going up to Cali. That's where Kayvon's from. If there's no better time to show out than on Thursday night in your home state, show out, bro. Come on.
Shut us up then.
It's not going to be easy. Yeah, it's not going to be easy. I'll say that the right side of that 49ers line could be had. Don't fuck with Trent Williams. If you can get Kayvon on the other side, let him take advantage. Let him rush the passer. Let him pin his ears back for a couple plays and see if he could actually get a pass rush. Put him in the right position and do something. I know it's tough right now. Wink might not be using him right, but we need something. We need something out of you, Kayvon. I know it's tough, but a lot's expected out of you, man. It is what it is. But let's move on, E. What do you got next?
I totally agree, man. Of course. Before we get to man, how we closing it out? Oh, go right ahead, brother. Go right ahead.
This is for the 4 scores that we put up on Sunday. This is the 4th shot. Yeah. I'm a man of my word, and let's do it. Down the hatch one last time.
Salud.
Yamas.
Oh, Abraham.
Oh, Lord.
So good. So good, Abraham.
But, once it hits your lips.
It just feels so good once it goes right down. It feels nice.
Yeah. The 4th one is much easier than the first one, isn't it?
I was feeling a lot good. A lot better. A lot good. I can't even speak now. That's what Tequila does to me, man. Hey.
Let's go. All right, now let me say this. Gentlemen, the previews of the 49ers game, guys. We got to think of life without Saquon Barkley. We are 10.5-point underdogs according to Vegas, guys. We're going to need a whole lot more. We're not going to need Danny Dimes. We're going to need Demon Danny time, man. Let's get your keys to victory. And I'm going to start with El Jefe. How are we going to win this one, man?
Listen, I'm going to start by saying, completely overmatched by them. I've low expectations realistically for this game. This is one of those games where I might have my guard up a little bit, where I'm not going to get upset about every play because I'm not expecting the Giants to win. Let me start there. If they have any chance to win, you're going to have to stop the run. Make Purdy throw the ball and beat you, right? Because they're a very good offensive scheme, right? And they have studs on offense all over the place. So you can't let them run their game at you, right? Like you can't let them run the ball down your throat or it's over. They're going to dominate possession. Defense is going to be gassed. The only way is if you stop the run and you're really aggressive on offense. You got to unleash Hyatt. You got to let him just be the threat. He's the only potential A receiver that we have, right? And it's too soon to call him that. I think he gets 2 catches in the NFL. but you saw what he could do. Right? Yeah. He got 4 feet behind the defender. And if that ball wasn't underthrown, it's a touchdown. So that you got to let him go. You got to somehow get him involved early and often and just see what he could do against the team because there's not a ton of tape on him. They think he's just speed. Well, show what else he could do. His other catch was really nice, by the way. High point catch. And Jones trusted him to do that. So let Hyatt do his thing. That's the only way. Start aggressive and be aggressive and stop the run. That's my keys.
Speak.
Yeah, listen, that front 7 is for the front 4 specifically is going to be a problem for this offensive line. If you can give Daniel Jones some time, that secondary can be had. It's not a shutdown secondary. You got Hyatt, you got Hodgins, you got Waller. Let's take advantage by passing the ball. I don't think we're going to be able to run the ball a lot. It is what it is. But let Danny do his thing, man. You paid him $40 million for this kind of situation. Let him pick up that Barkley slack and let's see what he got. Put it on his arm. Hopefully Andrew Thomas plays. If not, let's see if Azudu's a real thing as a tackle, man. Let's see if McKeithen's a real thing. I loved what I saw of this offensive line, but it was Arizona. Now this is the real competition. This is where you get to know who's who and if you're a keeper or not. Defensively, stop the run like Jeff said, but more importantly, we need turnovers. We need at least 2 turnovers. We have 0 sacks in a season and 0 turnovers. Something has to give there. You have to be able to create some kind of pressure to force an interception or a fumble. Please, for the love of God, do it, and that's how you win this game. You have to get the ball. You got to get more possessions. You got to take one away from them. And I think that's how you do it. And Purdy had a very okay game last game. For those who didn't watch, it was probably the worst game in his pro career. Let's see if that snowballs here. Let's see if we can find something from there. It was against a division opponent in the Rams, but maybe there's something there. Force the turnover, score some points, let Danny dime, and I think this is going to be closer than everybody assumes. Everybody's assuming a blowout. I'm going to be a little homer here. I think it's going to be closer than everybody thinks. That's it. That's all I'll say.
And you know what? Let me say this, and I'm going to make this quick, man. I think special teams need to actually come alive because, possessions of that ball, the special teams got to come alive, man. We got to figure this out as far as points to the field or where we're going to be at. Also, the defense is going to come up big, like you said, turnovers, interception, fumbles is going to be huge for us when we have a short field as well. So I think special team and defense is going to be it. I think the offense should be fine. And of course they have a great defense, but I think it should be okay in a way to kind of score some points or at least get closer to it, maybe some field goals. But I think you're right, Speed. It's going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be a complete blowout, but we shall see, man, from there. But before we get out of here, guys,
hold on. Okay. I got one more thing. How do you wash away that 40-0 loss? By going into San Francisco and getting a W. That's the best way to go ahead and erase that from any Giant fan memory. Nobody's going to remember the 40-0 loss if you go out and beat San Francisco.
Dude, that's a good point.
That's just what it is, right?
I think this game, even, if you compete, right, and you cover, like Spiro said, and this is a game in the fourth quarter, and they showed a lot of grit, I think that shows you that this team is going to battle all season. If you get blown out and absolutely smoked, it's going to be we can't compete with good teams and we're not ready yet. And they're going to carry that to potentially Miami or Buffalo or these other teams.
So, Chris, we appreciate you for your $5. I'm not a big Star Wars guy. Are you guys? So, listen, I assume the Star Wars Jedi, the most badass guy in Star Wars. Can someone help me here? I don't know. Yes.
Eli, do you know what this question means?
Take this, man.
It's like Luke Skywalker, Anakin Scott. Like those are like Jedi supposedly. Like it's like the elite creme of the creme. Now, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't seen any Star Wars until Return of the Jedi, and I was very little when it came out, or very little when I saw it. Let me say that.
Who's the most badass guy? Give us your Jedi.
Saquon.
I guess if you had to go offense, but if you want to go on defense, man, he has to play a little. The first couple of times it was like in preseason, it was good. If I go with that, I'll go with damn, it's so tough, man. Let's go with Baker, man. I think let's go with Baker because the cornerbacks are doing extremely well. I was gonna go with Bobby Okereke, but I just think he has to. I think he got to find that extra gear. Like, even though the season started, he got to find that extra notch. You know what I mean? Like, he got to be the one, this guy, to stop the runs. Like, we brought him in for that. Like, he has to be that guy. And we've been getting kind of gashed a little here and there and run. So, I'm going to go with the cornerbacks. I'm going to go with the rookies. I'm going to go with Banks on this one, man. So, I'm going to go with the defense.
I'm going to go with Waller. I think he's the quiet Jedi, like, just an assassin that will fucking kill you. And
would you do Jalen too? I wonder if I'll do Jalen.
Hey, Jalen, not a bad idea.
Not after 2 catches.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Waller showed up big time Sunday. It was what we wanted out of him. 76 yards, 6 catches, big chunk plays. Love to see it. One last thing. We didn't talk about Saquon this whole show.
Prayers up for Saquon. Number one.
Praise the Lord that my man got it seems like a low mild for the people out there that are Saquon fantasy team owners. You guys got saved. For the Giants, we got saved. It looks like he might. Like, listen, I know Dable's playing a little bit of mind games. He said he's not gonna count him out for Thursday just yet. But we know it's gonna take a miracle for him to actually play. It's gamesmanship on that. But I'm really expecting him to be back for that Miami game. I think Seattle is it.
It's another 11 days rest.
I know. There's a chance.
It's a full 2 weeks. You never know. I mean, that could be like
there's a chance.
That could be like a wrap the shit out of it and see. But then it's never going to heal. That's the thing. It's like that's going to be a problem all season if you start playing with it wrapped up and hurt. Like he's never going to be 100%.
Right.
Well, listen, we said this too, right? Like we were like, hey, run it back by committee if Saquon doesn't come back, right? So guess what? Run it back by committee. Go out there, let Saquon rest. Whatever, how long it takes to get that ankle together, get it together. We don't want to re-injure it because we're going to need him if we are, hopefully, going to make the playoffs, right? So if everyone trusted this running back and this running back by committee when we couldn't sign Saquon, then let those young pups and those guys do their thing, man, when Saquon's out. Let
Step on up. Step on up, Rita. Step on Brightwell. Step on Gray. Let's see. Hey, Gooster, these are Jabras. Appreciate you for the $2. They might have been $2 worth. I like them though. Good headphones, Jabra. Shout out Jabra, man. But yes, that's what I'm rocking with.
But that's a separate microphone. Just so you know, I'll give that away for free.
Hey,
okay, you don't have to do super chat. It's a separate microphone. Those are just headphones.
I like that. Hey guys, if you want to shoot off any other questions, let us know. Did the mic just cut off, by the way?
He cut off his mic when he went to show it off.
So let's say this, guys. Of course, we're at the tail end of this thing, and before we get out of here,
Giants win.
Spiro, I got you.
Go! I thought you were going to cut us out.
Spiro actually brought this back to life because last season we had a big if the Giants win, and guys, I think we might need a couple of the celebrities back on here to give us their if the Giants win challenge, by the way. So, Spiro, we're going to start off with you, man. You brought this back and we won. If the Giants win, you will.
If the Giants win, I'm going to be rocking the old handlebars all the way down. Just the handlebars go all the way down. Wow. I might go all the way down to the Adam's apple, which, my fat neck. It's there. I swear there's an Adam's apple there. I'm going to go all the way down. The wife's yelling at me. She came out. She
came out from the curtains like hell you are.
It's an impossible. It's one of those games that we are not supposed to. She doesn't care.
I know.
Wait. Tell her. Does she really think the Giants can beat the 49ers? Come on.
Do you really think the Giants are going to beat the 49ers? She doesn't care. She just doesn't want to be about it.
How did she just appear as soon as you mentioned handlebars?
She heard that out of nowhere.
That was great.
Hey, listen. If the Giants
kicked in that gas door, you're right.
Nothing.
I'm going to cut my beer.
I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to podcast.
I'm leaving. Nothing.
What do you guys got? Does anybody else?
Would you like to hear a couple? Would you like to hear a couple from the people? So I threw it out there today. Here's some responses we got. One of my favorites was from Many-Faced God, who said he's going to show up to the Eagles off-season program next year with a T-shirt showing a picture of Jeremy Shockey mossing Brian Dawkins.
I like it.
That's bold.
I like it.
That was a mouthful, but I do like that one. I heard a lot of people said they're just going to call out of work Friday, make it a 3-day weekend. Listen, we're beating San Fran. I would do that for any Giants game. I think you got to step it up a little bit more than that. Yeah. Brian Dable, back-to-back Coach of the Year, said he's going to jerk off on top of the Empire State Building.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Bold move. Another bold move out of you.
Don't send us proof. It's all right. Don't send us proof.
Yeah, we're not going to pay for
your don't prove
send us proof. That one. We'll take your word. We'll take your word. Yeah, we'll take your word.
Les said he's going to give a random person $20. Very nice. Like but again, this is 49ers.
This is big. This is big.
This should be one of the bigger ones you do.
I like it.
This Chandler Rubin said he's going to simultaneously smoke a blunt for each touchdown we score, finished by a dab, where the grams will equal the amount of scores we won. But I think he's high. This kind of fell off the rails. He
was high thinking of that. He was high thinking of that for real.
Hold on. We got one that, remember when Monty almost put his life on the line for if the Giants win challenge with the ghost chip? My man's willing to take it up a notch again.
Monty.
We will do the world's hottest gummy bear.
Why does
you heard it here?
He likes to do this, bro. Man.
All right, listen, Monty, I guess you got to do it here on the show. But bro, we know the last time he almost died. Let's figure this one out. But that one, we'll do it on the show because Monte brought it up. Shout out, Monte. That's tough. Oh, that's tough. So yeah, what do you got in mind?
I'm sorry, one more. Josh said he'll masturbate furiously.
Jesus.
Sorry, guys. I didn't say this. This guy said he'll get back with his ex. That's bold.
That's some deep shit.
I hope he's not married because that's a much bigger.
Yeah, that'll be real bold. Yeah, that's crazy.
We don't want that. We don't.
Don't do that. Don't hurt yourself.
We want you to be a little happy.
Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Pat, what you got before we get out of here?
I will remake with Carlos or TK, as they call him, or Ain't Newton. We will remake This Is How We Do It by Montel Jordan about the New York Giants.
Yes.
So hold on.
And perform it live. We'll perform it live.
Why don't we do this? And I'm just throwing it out there because If the Giants Win challenge was to write a rhyme again for you. Mm-hmm. So here's what we're going to do. How about you feature a 16 from Eli on This Is How We Do It? Because Montel Jordan has a little 16 on there anyway. So you will get a collaboration with everyone, and we'll figure this one out. How you like that here?
I like that a lot. I'll even say we could even do a hybrid and say, like, if you want to scratch the Montel Jordan part of it, me and you just come up with something new and let you do the rhyme you want to do without the Montel Jordan factor.
You heard it here first.
Okay.
The wheels are turning.
I like that. You know what? We've been talking about this, and this will force us to do it. I like that. I'll come to Staten Island. I'll bring the little white guy acoustic. I'll do the thing, and we'll fucking write something. We'll do it.
Make sure you bring 2K as well, man. 2K's my guy. We gotta have him anyway. Just cuz.
I'll be in the background, just yelling, be the hype man.
No, you coming through too, of course, man. I gotta get this out.
I might just drink some tequila.
This white man rich stuff here. I
gotta find that liquor first.
I'm gonna race him. I'm gonna race.
You got a little.
Sorry, officer. I didn't know I couldn't do that.
Damn, you beat me too.
I got you. This is what we do. But guys, this is our show as usual. Guys, we had 0 show notes, just to let you know. Yeah. We didn't plan nothing at all. We just walked on through and just freaking gave you guys a show because why? We're freaking nuts that way, all right? But guys, thank you so much. Shout out to the revivalists in the chat. Hit that thumbs up, share, subscribe. And guys, it's your boy Eli Rax, a.k.a. Vibes, and this is New York Revival, where it's not just sports, it's entertainment. And I'm here with my brothers, man, and we about to get up out of here, and that's Mr. Glass Half Full, and that's Speed, if you nasty man.
Let's go.
You're about to do this, bro. You're about to do this.
She's about to do the handlebars.
I might get divorced over that, you know.
It's gonna go like
of course, my brother El Jefe, aka White Jersey, aka Blue Jersey, aka Damn It Daniel. Peace and blessings. We see you guys Thursday. We'll work it out. Peace.
Maybe Eli, a little space after the game. Either way, what do you say?
I'm with that. Okay. I'm with that. Done and done. All right. I'll get that done.
We
love you guys. Peace.
Eli Rax, El Jefe, Mr. Glass Half Full, the Revival.